Well, this is my very first Thursday video. I'm coming at you live from my horse trailer. This is gypsy life at its finest. So for my first Thursday video, what I've decided to do with these Thursday videos is they're going to be kind of shorter, more compact, versus my Tuesday videos. That's kind of a video blog of like my past week. So Thursday, I'm going to do the thing, you know, when people ask me random questions and stuff like that, I just feel like I need a place for those videos. Anyway, so Thursday today, my very first one, what I'm going to do is a kind of a Q&A video. So I've had a lot of people being like, oh, can you do a Q&A? Can you do a Q&A? And I thought I would incorporate it into something. So here we are, Thursdays. Anyway, so Thursday videos are going to be called Random Thoughts Thursdays. So that's the best I could come up with. Okay, so my very first Q&A video, I'm going to do another one because I'm not going to be able to fit all of these in here. But I asked in my last video if you guys have some questions, what you want me to answer, if you can maybe write on my Facebook. So continue to ask on there because I'm going to maybe incorporate them into a future one if they don't get answered today. So, very first question. Someone asked me what inspired me to get into barrel racing and how did I start? So, some of you may know, I do not come from a rodeo family. I'm a first-generation barrel racer, which is kind of unusual in the rodeo world. So, I was one of the lucky kids that wanted a pony and actually got a pony. So, I asked for a pony for, I think, since I knew what horses were, I wanted a pony, and I was on a mission. I wished on shooting stars, on birthday cakes. You know, it was on every Christmas list that I wanted a pony so bad. So, for my 8th birthday, I got a pony. And I actually rode English, so I used to hunter jump and do that. That's kind of more common where I'm from, and that's what my little pony did. So I was a jumper for a long time, and I did that, and I loved it, and had a lot of fun, but eventually got to the point of being like, I like this, but I just, like, I love the horse aspect, but I don't love the English world. So, I actually found out what barrel racing was. We went to a rodeo, my hometown rodeo, which is no longer a thing, but it was the Black Mountain Pro Rodeo. And I found out, that's where I first met a rodeo queen, and that's when I decided I wanted to be a rodeo queen. So that's where that dream stemmed from. But also what I found out what barrel racing was. So before you knew it, I was barrel racing my little jumping pony. Not long after, we kind of decided, my family, I guess, decided, okay, well, we should probably get her a barrel horse. So I actually had a little Arabian horse, and the poor Arabians get these bad reputations. And yeah, he was a little bit nutty, but he was like such a gem. That horse took really good care of me. His name is Pride, and Pride was my very first barrel horse, and it kind of just snowballed from there. So it was something I really, really just loved, and then I just kind of, I don't know, I think I started with the Gymkhana thing, and then found out, you know, about these 4D barrel races, and started doing those, and then eventually got into high school rodeo, and it kind of just kept going. Alright, so another question that was asked to me is, how do you stay motivated on the road? So that can kind of go in a lot of ways, like motivated just to keep going. I mean, some days I kind of want to throw my sucker in the dirt and quit. And I'm sure that's happened to every barrel racer. It's like you just put in all this time and money and effort, and it's like, why do I do this again? But I think it's kind of like an addicting thing, barrel racing. Like, you have a couple of really bad days, but then something goes right, and you're like, oh yeah, that's why I do this. So honestly, I don't really know if there's a specific thing that keeps you motivated. Being around good people is really big, and remembering, you know, like, surrounding yourself with positive people that are, like, help you to look forward. And I think at the end of the day, too, like, I'm really visual, so I usually have, like, a dream board and pictures of the things that I want and what my future goals are. And so when I have kind of a crappy day, or I'm like, you know, feel like I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do this, I look at what those goals are in the future and remember that even the best people in the world have crappy days and probably want to quit on occasion. Something that Ryan actually said to me too, and her and I had a lot of discussions, you know, when we were driving, because we did a lot of driving. And one thing she said to me that kind of stuck with me is, there's going to be days where you don't want to do anything, but you just got to do anyway. And it's really that simple. You know, I'm someone who has personally kind of dealt with, well, a lot of really hard times in my life, but even before that, you know, a struggle with a little bit of depression and things like that. And there's days where you want to just lay in bed and absolutely do nothing. And those days are okay on occasion, but that really was the big thing. It's simple, that, you know what, it's got to come from within. At the end of the day, you just got to do. So thank you, Ryan, for that little tidbit of information. Okay, so another question that was asked, if I could run any horse for one run, who would it be? Stingray, obviously. I'm a huge Sherry Serby fan. She's like who I want to be when I grow up. She's really handy and someone that's qualified for the NFR like a million times and on different horses. I think that for me is like a big goal. Like I want to be a world champion, but I want to know that I can do that, you know, on more than one horse. I think that's a really rare quality. So, Stingray. I just think Stingray is so cool. She's totally my type of horse. Like she's just like really built and stout and like just a cool little mare. So if I could make a run on anyone, it would be that horse. All right, so that is my short and sweet little Thursday video for you. I'm going to do something probably a little different next Thursday. I think instead of a Q&A, people ask me questions about like what I like for tack and equipment, what I do for warm-up, what I do to keep a horse in shape, things like that. So I'll probably do more like specific, you know, answer one of those questions, but maybe show you with my horses and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure. We all know I'm a disorganized mess, specifically what's going to be next Thursday. But yeah, we'll find out. We're just going to give it a trial run with these Thursday videos. So thanks for watching, you guys. And keep in mind, next Tuesday, we're going to be back for Barrel Racer Life. And thanks for watching my very first Thursday video.